A Republican-led congressional investigation into Jeffrey Epstein escalated on Tuesday after Bill and Hillary Clinton refused to testify, calling the probe a partisan exercise and signaling they expect to be held in contempt. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer said former President Bill Clinton failed to appear under what he described as a lawful subpoena, and argued the committee's demand had bipartisan backing. Outside the hearing, Comer and other Republicans defended the investigation and framed it as an effort to clarify Epstein's access to powerful figures.
All right. Well, I think everyone knows by now Bill Clinton did not show up, and I think it's important to note that this subpoena was voted on in a bipartisan manner by this committee. This wasn't something that I just issued as chairman of the committee. This was voted on by the entire committee in a unanimous vote of the House Oversight Committee to subpoena former President Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Now, Hillary Clinton's supposed to show up tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. But with respect to the former president, he did not show up today. One reason I think most Americans want President Clinton to answer some questions is because he visited the White House. Jeffrey Epstein visited the White House 17 times while Bill Clinton was president. I've been in Congress 9 years. I think I've been to the White House 9 times in 9 years. Epstein was in the White House double the amount of time that I was under one president. And then we know that Bill Clinton flew on Epstein's plane somewhere around 27 times after the presidency. So no one's accusing Bill Clinton of any wrongdoing. We just have questions, and that's why the Democrats voted along with Republicans to subpoena Bill Clinton. Not a single Democrat showed up today. I think it's very disappointing. As a result of Bill Clinton not showing up for his lawful subpoena, which again was voted on unanimously by the committee in a bipartisan manner, we will move next week in the House Oversight Committee markup to hold former President Clinton in contempt of Congress.
Yeah, good job.
With that, be happy to answer any questions.
Comer said the committee would move next week to begin contempt proceedings against Bill Clinton for not appearing. The dispute centers on Epstein, the late financier and convicted sex offender, whose past associations with influential people have remained a subject of political controversy for years. Hillary Clinton published the couple's response on social media, writing that the committee's approach was not about right or left but about right and wrong, and sharing a letter addressed directly to Comer. In the letter, the Clintons said they had tried to provide what they called the little information they have, and accused Comer of using the investigation to shift focus away from what they described as failures by President Donald Trump's administration. They wrote that Epstein's crimes were horrific and argued the committee should be focused on whether the government did all it could to investigate and prosecute those crimes, rather than pursuing what they called political theater. The Clintons told Comer they believe he will press ahead with contempt anyway, and said they are prepared to fight the issue publicly as well as inside Congress. Comer rejected accusations of political motivation, saying the committee cannot subpoena a sitting president, but argued President Trump has answered questions while Bill Clinton has not. The standoff now sets up a confrontation between the Clintons and the House Oversight Committee, with Comer warning contempt proceedings could advance if the pair do not comply.
Well, you can't bring in a current president of the United States, and you all know that. But President Trump has answered thousands of questions about Epstein. I bet today, at some point, some of you all will ask President Trump questions about Epstein. He answers those questions. To my knowledge, former President Clinton has never answered questions about Epstein.